Breaking news. King Charles has just taken an action no British monarch has attempted in the past half-century, sparking a political storm that's shaking the government from within. Prime Minister Keir Starmer reportedly sent a confidential letter to Buckingham Palace last Tuesday at exactly 9:47 a.m. The contents were astonishing. He urged the king to suspend all public engagements in London for the next 3 months, citing alleged security concerns surrounding Labour's reform agenda. But King Charles had other plans. Within 2 hours of reading the message, he approved 5 new London appearances, including a surprise visit to meet military veterans in the East End. That single act has triggered the most significant clash between the Crown and the government since the abdication crisis. And in the next 72 hours, the consequences could reshape Britain's political landscape entirely. Sources suggest Starmer's letter had little to do with genuine safety fears. Leaked internal Labour documents obtained by The Telegraph indicate that the real motive was political. One memo stated that the king's growing public popularity was fueling nationalist sentiment and undermining Labour's messaging. In other words, too many Britons expressing loyalty to their monarch was seen as a problem for Starmer's team. The controversy deepened when an internal email from senior Labour strategist Morgan McQueenie was leaked, in which he allegedly wrote, "The monarchy represents everything Labour must dismantle." The backlash was swift. Conservative MP Jacob Rees-Mogg read excerpts of the memo aloud in Parliament, prompting outrage across the chamber. Even neutral analysts described the revelations as deeply damaging. 3. For many British veterans, this isn't just a political dispute, it's personal. James Morrison, a 67-year-old former Royal Marine from Portsmouth who served 22 years and earned 3 commendations, spoke emotionally outside the Imperial War Museum. Fighting back tears, he said, "We didn't serve this country so politicians could dictate where our king may or may not go." Morrison, who lives on a modest pension barely covering his rent, contrasted his situation with ministers enjoying taxpayer-funded apartments costing £4,000 a week. That stark difference, he said, shows how out of touch the current leadership has become. Even lifelong Labour supporters are walking away. Patricia Hughes, a retired teacher from Durham, said, "I've voted Labour my whole life, but attacking the monarchy is unforgivable. They've lost me for good." The discontent quickly escalated. A veterans group calling themselves Defenders of the Crown launched a petition demanding Starmer's resignation. Within just 48 hours, more than 387,000 people had signed. Former Army Colonel Richard Kemp, who commanded British forces in Afghanistan, appeared on BBC Breakfast, visibly emotional. "In 3 decades of service," he said, "I never doubted my government's respect for the Crown. Now I barely recognize this country." His interview was shared over 2.1 million times online. Then King Charles broke protocol in a move that stunned constitutional experts. During yesterday's Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey, he delivered what palace insiders describe as the most direct speech of his reign. Addressing an audience broadcast to over 50 countries, the king spoke with deliberate strength.